the lovely JennLee Cosplay.
And in case the music doesn't give it away, she came today, dressed as Rogue.
I love it, Rogue from the cartoon series. This theme song always fired me up on a Saturday morning. Here comes the bell. I love that. Dong. I love that. That was fantastic. Oh, goodness. So, JennLee Cosplay, thank you so much for coming out here. I assume you've already had just a blast at the convention. All right, so let's get to the fun stuff here. What got you into cosplaying to begin with?
Honestly, it was I found on Facebook, on the side, on the computer version, it has like the little, in case you're interested, you can check out these little links or whatever. Mm-hmm. Elmo City Comic Con was one of them, and I was like, when did we get a Comic Con here? And they only had 53 likes on there.
Wow.
This was like back in early 2013. And the first thing was, I honestly did it for tickets. I was like, I want to go.
Free is free, I'm telling you.
Yeah, hey, there you go.
Because I thought before the whole scene, I thought only San Diego Comic Con was the only con, like, ever. And because I never heard of all these other ones. And then when I saw that, I'm like, I want to go. And I spent probably like 2.5 weeks on a Lara Croft Reborn. And I spent only $72, like, on materials and everything. So it's like, I didn't win, but I got promoted to be one of the cosplayer promoters for Elmo City Comic Con. So.
Okay. Now, you say $72, like that's not a lot. Is that?
Oh, no, not really. Because I already had, I had all the paints and everything already. It was just more, Goodwill is my best friend.
Yeah, the truth.
But yeah, this is actually the only thing that's been the most priciest.
and if you don't mind me asking, how much did you spend on this lovely ensemble?
The bodysuit alone is from Snake Pit Studios, and it was almost $500.
Ah!
Wow.
Whoa! You take this seriously.
Hey, when you get into Comic-Con for free, that's money saved, sir.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, so that's what got you into cosplaying, but what drives you to keep on doing it besides free tickets?
It's really bringing a character to life. Even though I can't do a Southern accent in this, people know who you are. From the little kids even to the big kids at heart, everyone knows who you are. Even if they don't know who you are, they ask you, and literally, after they get the answer, they turn, get to the phone, they actually look up the character, and they're curious. So you're bringing more people in, whether they recognize the character or not. So it's I love the attention, I love the atmosphere, and I love the fact that it's more of an interaction. I don't know.
Well, now, is Rogue your favorite? I mean, you have a lot of cosplaying on your Facebook page, which you can find at JennLee Cosplay on Facebook. Mm-hmm. Is this your favorite one?
Rogue, yes. I relate to her a lot. It's just, lately, I've been asked to be her a lot. So I'm getting kind of tired. I see the suit, and I'm I want to throw up. But
well, depending upon how you throw up, it'd still work. It's green and yellow, so
that's true. Yeah, it may blend in. You never know. Now, a lot of people, both male and female, they want to cosplay, but they're concerned because if you're like me, you got a spare tire or 12.
Yeah.
And so they're concerned about their body image. They look at themselves in the mirror and they're like, I can't be Sarah Jean Underwood. I want to be Wolverine, but I'm not Hugh Jackman.
I want to be Superman, but the only thing super about me is my stomach.
There you go. So, do you share that concern, or do you just kind of shrug that away like Jonathan Vella would and be like, whatever, you just do whatever?
Well, I know,
Hold on, Jonathan Vella is?
Jonathan Vella, for those who aren't aware, is the San Antonio Aquaman who died recently. This guy didn't have the best body, but he didn't care. He wore green and orange spandex, and he owned it. Every con he went to, every event he went to, that guy was Aquaman, and it was a thing of beauty to see him in action. It really was. He is missed, very much missed.
Yeah, he has I've never seen him sad or anything, or angry at anyone. It was just wow, a real inspiration.
and not to. I don't want to speak ill of him in any way, but it's a fact that, this is not a guy who went to the gym. This is not a guy who was a bodybuilder.
But
by
that
any
was
stretch
his
of
thing,
imagination.
though.
Yeah, that was.
He
it.
wouldn't have been unique if he had the actual shape of the comic book Aquaman.
He didn't care either. It was just, I want to be Aquaman. I'm going to put on the spandex, and that's all there is to it. And that's what really that was empowering. That was awesome to see.
Yeah, like he loved Aquaman before it was cool. So
There you go. So, do you share that concern? Do you ever put on the Rogue outfit and you go, just not feeling it today?
yeah, that's how I felt before I came here. I'm like, okay, because they asked me, Peter asked me, he was all, hey, what cosplay are you going to wear? Which one still fits me?
that honestly, that's how I decide what I'm wearing to work every day. What still fits me.
So what do you say to those who have that concern, who are listening right now and going, I'd want to cosplay, but I'm worried about how I
Honestly, it should be like, if you actually look at the comics or like any of the pictures, that fan art and stuff, no one realistically has that body in real life. Like, girls don't have those itty bitty like toilet paper roll type waist like waist or anything.
18-inch waist.
Yeah, and then like the men don't have like
Barrels.
20 abs or anything.
Yeah, don't mind me. I'm rocking my keg. Well, no, I have a keg. I'd have a 24 pack, no problem. I've got a 48-inch across chest. Bam!
No, but like Jonathan, like he didn't care. It's like if you relate to that character or even like the props, like there's characters that I can relate to. There's characters that I just like the props. It's just, and I do research and everything. And when I'm in that character, I own it. Like I don't care what anyone says. Or I've had someone who actually told me 2.5 years ago when I was at an event. From one of the premieres, I was dressed as Rogue, and someone said, "You're brown. You're supposed to be white if you're Rogue."
No.
Yeah. And I was like, well, at least you knew what my character was. Bonus.
Oh.
But I don't let it bother me at all. I was just like, I was happy she even knew who I was. Because I usually get Storm.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, with the white, I guess I can kind of see that. So, now let's talk about something a little happier. Do you have good stories, the highlights of cosplaying, some of the really good stuff that you've experienced?
Let's see, like for Comic-Con or like overall?
In general.
Any event that you might have gone to in cosplay.
Well, I know a few years ago I went with, I was cosplaying, well, I was like their cosplayer for hospital visits, San Antonio Extra Life Guild. Mm-hmm. And what they do is they play video games with the kids that are like either in treatment or, recovering from cancer. And we went there for some of the burn victims, and they told us, it was my first time doing a hospital visit like that, and it didn't bother me. Like I didn't see any of the hardware or anything. I saw them, and some of them actually wanted to play a video game with me, and we would play, it was something on stream. I just started getting into stream, so I'm like, what is this? This little kid's all, oh, it's this and that. Okay. I'm like, I don't know. But, and then from there we played, Jenga, and it was the Donkey Kong version, so
nice.
It was really cool. I had no idea how to play, but this kid knew a lot more, and I'm not sure if I'm allowed to use their name, so I'm not going to use their name.
That's fine. Yeah.
But yeah, and at first this little kid was afraid of going anywhere near me, and then when she saw that I was like,
well, Rogue does have that touch thing.
Yes, I don't. I was
Catwoman.
Yeah. I was Catwoman at that time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe she was afraid that I wasn't declawed, but
it was like the whip's got to be there somewhere, right? Really.
But yeah, she was a lot of fun.
Although I guess if you were cosplaying as the Halle Berry Catwoman, that would frighten anybody because the movie was just.
I never saw it.
Yeah, neither did I. And I stayed away from that movie.
Same here.
Y'all were wise. Y'all were. I watched it back in the day as research for when this was just a podcast, not a talk radio show. And yeah, that's traumatic. That's like, okay, I'm gonna have post-traumatic flashbacks now. Okay, all right. So, now speaking of the Alamo City Comic Con, a lot of cosplayers around, a lot of let's be honest and open here. Mostly female cosplayers. There are some guys out there, to be sure, but there are a lot of women cosplayers.
I'm going to
out there.
cosplay as a talk show producer.
I cosplay as a talk show host, so I think you and I have really nailed that.
All right.
But do you feel that harassment from the general public is becoming more or less of an issue at conventions?
I haven't been to a lot of conventions, but I do follow a lot of them on Facebook, and I have seen like those little posts like cosplay is not consent,
right?
And it's a lot. But Alamo City Comic Con, I haven't seen any of that, but that's because I always have a handler, and I make sure. And for those of y'all that don't know, a handler to us is a bodyguard. So we make sure they're nearby, and they also hold our bags for pictures and stuff. But some of my friends, they have been harassed, and they make sure that they report it. And I don't know if it gets taken care of or not, but I know personally, I've always had a handler. So
yeah, it gets a little touchy with me because I understand. When I take a picture with somebody, I want to be close to them, and it's only natural to kind of put your arm around them. But lately, I kind of be like, I don't want to put my arm down because that's kind of near her.
Behind your back, sir. Keep it behind your back.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with my hands.
Just behind your back.
I feel like Ricky Bobby. I don't know what to do with my hands right now.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of them are actually pretty cool as long as you ask them. Like, some of them will even goof off like poses or anything.
Yeah, I love the posing. Posing's awesome. I love that.
When I was Mystique a few years ago, someone asked me if they can kneel down in front of me, and I put my leg on them and aiming the gun at them.
Nice.
And I did. I was like, I didn't see any problem with it. I mean, they asked.
Yeah, and I want to define here what harassment is. I don't think that, let's be honest, if a woman who is rather endowed is wearing the Slave Leia outfit and a guy's eyes just happen to glance...
Or Power Girl.
Or Power Girl. I mean, I'm sorry, it's kind of written in the DNA that glancing is going to be part of the game. I think it's when you act on something that's when it becomes harassment. If you say, "Hey, sweetheart," "Hey, babe," I don't. That's kind of borderline. And if she says, "Of course," "Hey, yeah, don't call me that," that's where the line is. I think it's when it becomes a physical action. That's when it starts to become harassment. Do you think that's the line, or is there something before that also?
I think. Well, if you see them glance at you and you feel uncomfortable, if anything makes you uncomfortable, I think that's where the line falls. Just let them know, hey, this is making me uncomfortable.
Eyes up here, Beth. Yeah. All right. So, what message do you have for those that maybe like me? Because there are people out there like, I want to approach her, but I'm kind of worried. Is this harassment behavior? What message do you have for the people out there who are just uncomfortable trying to get to a cosplayer?
Oh, just ask. Ask. Even if you're afraid, if you're not sure how they would take it, ask them. I mean, I always go all the time and I'm a girl and I don't want another girl cosplayer to feel uneasy or anything. So I'm like, hey, can I put my arm around you? Can I, whatever? And they're cool with it. As long as there's communication, you shouldn't have any problem.
There you go. I've often said communication can solve 80% of all problems. just open your mouth and just start talking. It'll be okay. Now, you're obviously at Alamo City Comic Con. Did you have a booth at the con?
Not this year.
Not this year. So
I like to enjoy the floor.
Like to roam.
Like us, she's going to be roaming aimlessly.
Where can people find you on social media?
I'm on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. I don't know the other two off the top of my head because sometimes I put an S in between or not. But I know my Facebook. It's facebook.com. Is that slash?
Slash.
Yeah, slash. It's too late for me. Slash JennLee Cosplay, which is JennLee. S. There's an S in there.
There's an S.
Cosplay. And then you'll find me on there. And on the info or the bio on the Facebook, you'll find my Twitter and my Instagram on there too.
That's outstanding. Awesome. Now, is there anybody at the con that you want to see or that you want to or
that you've seen already?
I haven't seen any of them yet from this year, but I know I want to see Zach Galligan. I'm a huge Gremlins fan, and he started following me on Instagram a few days ago, so I'm like, ah!
Oh, that's awesome. Now you're following me on Instagram, and he'll totally know who you are.
I know, because he doesn't have that many. I think he just started his Instagram.
Wow.
So I'm like, ah. honored.
Wow.
Yay.
Hey, we have something in common with Zach Galligan. How about that? We just started our Instagram account. That's
Yes.
I'm sure he totally.
He's got more followers than we do.
Yeah, just one or two more followers. I'm looking forward to. I was kind of disappointed when I heard Karen Gillan cancel, but I've got a photo op there with Billy Piper.
Remember, communication.
I know.
Yeah, okay.
We're on the same page.
I'm getting all flushed here, but actually, if she just communicates to me, just says something with her British accent, I'll be a happy camper. It's that British accent. I just love it to death. That's just awesome. Okay, all right. So that covers the social media aspect in Owl City Comic Con. Do you have any other events that you're going to be doing? Events, fundraisers. other cons?
Not sure at the top of my head. I think I might start getting back into volunteering for charity aspect since con season. This is my last con of the year, and then I usually just wind down. So I'd probably pick up the volunteering and stuff soon. I'm hoping to go with Champions of San Antonio.
Yep, good guys.
Yeah.
They really are. I ran into them. I had the honor of judging the Think Geek costume contest last weekend, and a bunch of them came out, and it was. I mean, they're a great group of guys. They really are. I like the Champions. Good guys out there.